You may be watching this because you're trying to get this girl to notice you. You want her to pay you some attention. You want her to be constantly thinking about you. And up until now, you may have believed that it isn't possible. But I can tell you from my own experience that it is. I've actually got a lot of experience with this. But I've had girls constantly thinking about me. I've always been on their mind. They've been texting me all day, every day, and I just couldn't be bothered. I was always focusing on other things. So yes, there is a way to get pretty much any girl addicted to you, where she is constantly thinking about you, where you're constantly on her mind, and she just wants to know what you're thinking, what you're doing, who you're with. And this is actually quite cruel. It's quite naughty to do this. But I can tell you that it will have a very powerful effect. And it will get this girl of your dreams to be constantly thinking about you, instead of you constantly thinking about her and wondering what she's doing all of the time. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about this, which has been very effective in my experience. But in all honesty, I never really used any tricks like this. It kind of came naturally to me. All of the girls that I was dealing with, they were always constantly thinking about me. They were always wondering, what am I doing? Where am I going? And especially, what am I fantasizing about? Because as far as they were concerned, it seemed like I wasn't even interested in them. Some of them may have even thought that I was gay, because my attention was always on something else. I wasn't worrying about them. I wasn't chasing after them. I wasn't trying to get their validation, which, as we know, is what most guys do. But I wasn't doing that at all. I was minding my own business. I was always thinking about something else. But now we're going to get into the real core of what you need to do to have her thinking and obsessing over you all day, every day. And yes, I can almost guarantee that this is going to work for you. What you have to do, and it's especially effective when you first meet them, you can point out something, just make an observation. Make it completely innocent. Now you could comment on something about their appearance. It could be the color of their hair. You could comment and say, oh, your hair is brown. I prefer girls with blonde hair. Or you could say something else. You could say, oh, you wear quite a lot of makeup. Or you're quite short compared to me. Or compared to the girls that I used to date. Or you're very tall. you're quite young, you're quite old. You just comment on something and you make it seem like this is not usual for you in your past experiences. And you big up your past experiences like it was something very special, very memorable to you. And what that does is it puts this girl on a hamster wheel where she is constantly making an effort in order to please you. So you may find her trying to change herself. She may change her hair color to your preference. She may stop wearing so much makeup. If you said that she is a bit shorter than the girls that you normally date, she may start wearing heels. She may start doing all of these things for you. And even when she does that, you could just change your mind whenever you want. You can change your preferences, your tastes. For me, that tends to come naturally. I'm always looking for new things. But you could just switch it up whatever you want. And it will have her chasing for your validation. Because unlike most guys, you're not constantly validating her. You're not constantly giving her compliments. Instead, you're doing quite the opposite. You're not really pleased, you're not really satisfied. And that's really it. That's how you get a girl addicted to you. Is when you're never satisfied. When she wants to get closer to you, she's thinking about another date. You should be thinking, I don't know, I'll have to check my calendar. I'll have to see if I've got time. You have to make it so that this girl is not the most important person in your life. As though you've got other things that are more important to you. Because that's what they really want. When they meet a guy that they like, they want to dominate all of your time. They want you to be constantly thinking about them. They don't want your mind to be on anything else. But guess what? As soon as you do that, then you're going to lose their attention. They're going to lose interest in you as soon as they know that they are exactly what you want and what you've been looking for. If they know that, then it's game over for you. Which is why your mind always has to be on something else. You always need to be entertaining other prospects, other options. To where they're wondering, when they see you sitting back, you're thinking about something, they want to know what's going on in your mind. What are you daydreaming about? What is so special to you? Because it's like up until that point, they don't even know. They just can't figure you out. You're like this puzzle that they can't solve. And when you're with a woman, that is what you need to do. You need to be this puzzle that they can't solve. And not just in the beginning. Because even in long-term relationships, as soon as they figure you out, you're no longer that special guy anymore. You're no longer that guy that they're daydreaming about. And then it's like they've got someone else on their mind. Which is why you just always need to be thinking about something else. And you need to let them know that you have different tastes or preferences. You have other things that appeal to you. Not just them. They may be okay, but there's something better, something greater that you are chasing after, or that you are trying to reach, that you are putting effort into to get to. Because that will then leave them chasing after you. As soon as they know that you want them, that you want to be with them, they will lose all interest in you. They won't desire you in that same type of way anymore. By that point, the game is over. You've got to leave them wondering. You've got to keep them guessing. You've got to always have something else going on in your mind. And even if you do end up dating this girl and you have a relationship and you're sexually involved, you can never let them see that you are completely satisfied. You can let them see something like that in the moment. I mean, of course, you've got to give them something. They've got to have some type of validation, otherwise they will still lose interest. Because they will just see it as though they just can't get anything out of you. So there has to be something, the occasional compliment, especially when they do make improvements for you. But even then, you've got to switch it up again. You've got to be hot and cold. Because that is what leaves them chasing after you. Where you're constantly changing. You're not just sticking to one thing. So that's it. You want to have all of a girl's attention on you. This is what you have to do. Be evasive. Don't be so easy for them to secure and dominate. If you do that, that is the quickest way that they will lose interest in you. Because then they will know that they've got you. Instead, what you need to do is you need to have your mind on other things. Things that appear to be better or greater or more interesting, more amusing, more exciting. And then that will leave them chasing after you. They will want to be what you want, what you're looking for. It will generate this urge, this desire in them to please and satisfy you. So that is my advice. And I can almost guarantee, if you're relatively attractive, you've got the appearance side of things sorted out, you're on point with that, you're going to the gym, you're taking good care of yourself, I could pretty much guarantee that this is going to work for you very well. And I look forward to seeing your comments down below if you have achieved some success with it. And you can show your support as well by giving this video a thumbs up. I appreciate it. The sun is just setting here. I'm going to finish my walk in this park. But I look forward to talking with you in another Red Pill video very soon.